Hey man, so I appreciate your message and I appreciate you being vulnerable with me. So feeling undermined or feeling underestimated by other people and feeling weak sometimes. There's a few things that can go into that. First thing is just in the profane of the world is that a lot of people are going to underestimate you, especially as a man, and until you really get to a certain level, very few people are going to be your cheerleader. And I know that's tough to hear, but it is true. And so here's the things that I would say that kind of goes into that way of thinking, which I've had plenty of myself and sometimes still do, which is, are you actually being underestimated or undermined? Or is that your thought of yourself that you project into other people? So that's a big one. Okay, so people will always treat us how we treat ourselves, right? So you think about people pleasers. When people are pleasing others and everything, they're the ones that get walked on the most. It's because they're foregoing themselves to help other people so much, right? So the way that they act and the way that they think about themselves is reflected in other people around them. So you really want to dive into that. Say, okay, well, why do I feel that way? What's going on in me that causes me to feel like that? And there can be a lot of things. And so a good place to start is just writing down, like, what's stopping me? You said you want to be a big TikToker. What's stopping you? And then just write it all out. Just write out everything that comes to your mind. Write out everything that comes to your mind about not being good enough. Who told you that? Where did you start feeling that way? How did you start feeling that way? What was the circumstances from the youngest you can remember that you started having thoughts of not being good enough, of underestimating yourself, of not being able to achieve? Maybe even the circumstances that you have gone through or that you're in right now. What's going on that makes you feel like you are weak? So a lot of those, like I said, are going to be internal beliefs that we project onto other people. And then just in the world, as a man, just understand that until you make it, man, we all got to be our own support system. We do. We have to understand that. And it's not because people don't like us or people don't love us or whatever. It's that the world just doesn't come to save you, okay? And nobody really cares until you get there. And it's just the reality of it. But that shouldn't discourage you. Rebuild yourself up. So anything that you, in those questions that I told you to write out, you find anything that limits you, find the opposite belief, the very opposite belief. So I am not good enough. I can learn anything that I need to learn. Great. Now write out 5 reasons why that is true. Okay, do that for all of the ones that you came up with. And then just start repeating those to yourself. And that'll start kind of reworking that thought process around. I hope that helps.